ball 3 to Wade Wilson. Around the infield at first base, number 33, Tayshawn Hayes. At second base, number 9, Cameron Norris. At shortstop, number 4, Zach Cotterman, as this pitch catches the outside part of the plate for called strike 2 to take the count full. At shortstop at third base is number 24, Dawson Ledbetter for the Wildcats. 3-2 pitch fouled off at the plate as it goes off the top of the helmet of Carson Parrott. Around the outfield and left field is number 28, Quentin Qualls. In center field is number 19, Ryan Paul Campbell. And in right field, number 20, Dylan York, for the Wildcats on a sunny but cold afternoon here in Livingston. Temperature in the right around 40 degrees. And the full count walk going to be given up to Wade Wilson to start the game. So Wilson draws the walk to get the game started. Stone Memorial is coached by Trent Stokes. He's assisted by Grant Cooper, Chris Osmond, and Jackie Elmore. As stepping into bat now will be Colin Teagues, the shortstop for the Panthers of Stone Memorial. He'll hit this one fouled on the right field line. Look out walking up the trying to get the video fixed. 1-2 pitch. This one fouled off the right side again. As the home plate umpire asking for some more baseballs. They're down to 1 that he's got after Teagues has fouled several off to the right side. Been a little late on these fastballs. That one misses inside. The runner tries to go down to third. The throw is outside, and he is in safely as the slide will get a stolen base again for Wade Wilson, but the throw was to the foul side of third base, and Ledbetter trying to reach back across his body to make the tag. A high throw as well, couldn't do so. You throw that inside on the fair side of third base. It's going to be an out probably, but the count goes 2-2. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. Route number 1 here in the top of the first inning. So Moffitt trying to keep Wilson from crossing home plate as Nick Osmond will step up to bat wearing that face protector on this cold day with the wind the way it is. Temperature going to drop throughout the game. Good pitch at the knees for called strike 1. So 0-1 to Nick Osmond as he'll step back in there for the Panthers. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. So Moffitt way ahead in the count now to Osmond, 0-2 as he'll step back in there. 0-2 delivery, that one misses high for ball 1. 1-2 now to the Stone Memorial catcher as Osmond batting the right-handed batter's box. The 1-2 pitch from Moffitt. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts by Moffitt to get 2 now here in the top of the first. And Braden Looper, the pitcher for Stone Memorial, will come up to hit as Looper will bat. He wears number 10. Bats right-handed. Stone Memorial has moved a runner all the way to third after a walk and a couple of stolen bases. First pitch to Looper. That one misses inside. Got him ducking away on that inside fastball up around the headgear as he'll get out of the way, and the count goes 1-0 to Braden Looper. 1-0 pitch from Moffitt. That one misses away for ball 2. Runner can't advance. Is a good stop by Carson Parrott. That backhand snag of that one tailing away from him to the first base side. 2-0 pitch from Moffitt. That one called strike at the knees to Braden Looper. Count 2-1 now to Looper as he'll step back in there. Moffitt, 2-1 delivery. This one hit foul down the right side. That one's going to be out of play and even the count at 2-2. Another one fouled over the top of the Stone Memorial dugout. 2-2 pitch coming up from Moffitt. That one hit him. Got him right in the shoulder as runners at the corners now for Stone Memorial. Hit by a pitch is Braden Looper to put him on base. And now it'll be Bryce Elmore stepping in to hit for the Panthers. As Elmore will bat. He plays third base. Swing and a miss. The runner goes. No throw from Parrott. Slipped out of his hands when he tried to make the exchange. I don't know if he'd have thrown it anyway. With the runner at third, probably wouldn't have. May have been some kind of a pickoff play if he did, but the count 0-1 to Elmore. Now, runners at second and third, and that one's on the outside part of the plate for call strike 2. So 0-2 to Bryce Elmore, as he'll step back in there for the Panthers. 0-2 pitch, call strike 3, caught him looking as Moffitt gives up a walk, hit a batter, but strikes out 3. Stone Memorial strands 2. Livingston Academy coming up to bat as we move to the bottom of the first inning. Braden Looper. First pitch to York. Going to be low for ball 1. So 1-0 to Dylan York. Here in the bottom of the first, as we said, a bright sunshiny day, but a cold day here in Livingston. The 1-0 delivery. This one hit over the third base side and out of play. In foul ground to even the count at 1-1. Now to Dylan York, as York will step back in there for Livingston. Looper, the 1-1 pitch. This one grounded to shortstop again. Shortstop up with it. Teagues will make the throw in time for out number 2. So a couple of ground balls to Colin Teagues at shortstop. He's made a couple of defensive putouts to get this inning started defensively for Stone Memorial, and that will be Aaron Moffitt stepping in to hit for the Wildcats. He'll bat with nobody on and 2 out here in the bottom of the first as Moffitt steps in that left-handed hitting batter's box. Moffitt committed to play baseball at Tennessee Tech next year for the Golden Eagles. First pitch to Moffitt. That one misses low for ball 1. So 1-0 to Aaron Moffitt, as he'll step back in there for Livingston Academy. The 1-0 delivery from Looper. That one catches the outside part of the plate for called strike 1. Trying to not give Moffitt anything over the middle of the plate is Looper, taking everything away from him right now. The 1-1 delivery from Looper. That one bounces in for ball 2. They're not going to give him anything good over the middle of the plate, that doesn't look like. Probably a smart decision to not pitch to him here in the early going. The 2-1 pitch. Moffitt fouls that one off the plate, evens the count at 2-2 now here in the bottom of the first. 2 away for Livingston Academy as the count evens up. You know you're back in Livingston when you see that falcon going to her nest right above first base there on the top of the light post. Hawk, I guess. Moffitt rips this one down the right field line, but it's hooking foul and out of play. There are not too many falcons around. I guess it's a version of a hawk that has a nest up there. She flew through right field there a few moments ago, and that lets you know you're back here, and it's good to see her back here again as the count stays 2-2 to Aaron Moffitt. 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss for strike throw. He fouled it off to stay alive. Got just a piece of it to stay alive here at the plate, did Moffitt. Well, that pitch before. He took that one deep down the right field side. Just pulled it a little too much into foul ground. 2-2 pitch from Looper. That one misses inside for ball 3. So the count full to Aaron Moffitt still, even with the full count. You don't expect them to give him too much to work with here. Three-two pitch from Looper. This one hit well to right field. That one is deep. That one is far. That one is gone. Home run, Aaron Moffitt to right field as the right fielder just watches it go over the right field wall. And Moffitt will take that one about 10 feet inside the foul pole for the home run to put Livingston Academy in front 1-0. So they did come inside to him a little bit, and Moffitt makes them pay with the deep fly ball to right field, and Livingston Academy moves in front 1-0 on the solo home run by Aaron Moffitt. Now Carson Parrott, the hit for Livingston Academy, as he'll step in for the Wildcats. The catcher batting here with nobody on, and a run in here in the bottom of the first. As Parrott stepping into the right-handed batter's box, facing Looper here today. You would think Looper would be their ace, even though they played Sequatchie County yesterday. This would hit up the middle of the center fielder coming in, and he'll make the diving catch. Good play out in the center field by Nolan White. On that one, just dying in front of him. White sliding in on a knee will make the catch for the fly out to center field for out number 3. But Livingston gets a solo home run to right field by Aaron Moffitt, and the Wildcats, after one, lead it by a score of 1-0. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, and Cooper Recycling, our sponsors here on Overton Events. As our spring sports season continues, we'll have the home opener for the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats softball team on Thursday, as they'll be at home for the first time in this 2023 season, as they'll take on Cumberland County in a district matchup on Thursday. That will also be, that will not be the district opener, as they open tonight over at Macon County in the district, so that'll be their second district matchup coming up on Thursday. As Moffitt has completed his warm-ups, we're ready to move now to the top of the second. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up for Stone Memorial. Nolan White, Killian Deem, and Royce Boston due up for the Panthers, as White wears the number 0 for Stone. First pitch of the second inning going to be hit hard to Ledbetter at third. Plays it on a hop. The throw across the diamond pulls York off the bag, but he'll tag him going down the line and get out number 1. Good pickup by Ledbetter at third base. Then York having to come off the bag, but able to tag Nolan White. It will go 5-3 for out number 1. And now Killian Deem will bat in the left-handed batter's box as he'll step in. He squares to bunt, and that one got him. Got him around the leg, but I think he fouled it first. May have got him on the arm. It's going to be a foul ball before it got him. Fouled it off into the arm, and he's a little shaken up here trying to walk it off a little bit as it got him in the left elbow. And they got in that funny bone area, and as anybody knows, if you hit that, it's always painful when that happens, as Coach Trent Stokes coming down to make sure he's all right. He is their right fielder, and he's still favoring that left elbow. They may have to bring somebody in for him here. Home plate umpire talking to Coach Stokes, wondering if it may have hit him before it hit the bat. They're going to go down and talk about it at first base. I don't think they'll change anything. They're going to call the field umpire in. His view from out there is a long way away as they take a look at that left elbow of Killian Deem. Took a pretty good shot there. And Coach Stokes showing the home plate umpire the elbow. Trying to prove to him that it hit him first. I still don't think you're going to change his mind after calling the foul ball. But it's well worth the effort to try. As Deem will step back in there. The count 0-1, trying to shake out that left elbow. Coach Stokes now going down to the third base coaching box once again, where the third base coaching box would be if you had one painted, but this one misses away and high for ball one. Evens the count at 1-1 to Killian Deem as he will step back in there for the Panthers. 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss on a big cut for strike two. Count goes 1-2. The Stone right fielder as he'll step back in here in the top of the second. 1-2 pitch from Moffitt. This one fouled into the net to keep the count at 1-2. As Deem will step back in for the Panthers. The 1-2 pitch, call strike three, caught him looking on a pretty pitch as he'll get the strikeout. That is the fourth strikeout of the game for Moffitt. Out number 2 here in the second inning. And that will be Royce Boston to bat for Stone. He'll foul this one into the net over on the first base side and fall behind 0-1. Boston, the number 8 hitter, on deck. Talon Hurd, he bats in the 9th spot, then back to the top of the order for the Panthers as Boston will step back in. 0-1 pitch from Moffitt. That one misses high for ball one. One the count to the first baseman from Crossville. 1-1 delivery. This one fouled in the net to take the count 1-2. Moffitt's fastball working in the early going. Everybody's late on everything, it seems like, here in the early going. One-two pitch from Moffitt. That one misses high and inside for ball two. Evens the count at 2-2 now to Boston. Infield even with the bags at the corners. Boston going to ask for time there at home plate. Step out for a second. Now he's ready. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike three. 2 strikeouts in the inning. 3 in the first inning for Moffitt. He retires the side here, 1-2-3, and through 1.5. It's Livingston Academy 1, Stone Memorial 0. We'll have the bottom of the second coming up in just a moment. people believe it was, as he ducked out of the way a little bit there in the right-handed batter's box, but the count evens up at 1-1 here in the top of the third, with Livingston leading 1-0. That one misses inside around the chin for ball 2. So 2-1 to Osmond, as he'll step back in for the Panthers. 2-1 delivery. Check swing, but strike called to even the count at 2-2. Osmond trying to advance the runners. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3 for out number 2. So back-to-back strikeouts for Osmond to start the game. Back-to-back strikeouts for Moffitt here in the third inning, as he has now retired 7 by way of the K. And Braden Looper will hit now for Stone, with runners at first and second and 2 away here in the top of the third, as Moffitt again trying to work himself out of a jam. First pitch to Looper. Takes that one, bounces away from Parrott, and that'll let the runners move up to third. Actually, only one will move up as it rolled down toward first base, so that didn't let Wilson move, but Hurd will move down to third base. So runners at the corners right now, as the pitch was a ball to Braden Looper. Parrott looking over to Coach Loftus for the defensive sign, as he'll step out and give that call to his defense. With runners at first and third and 2 away, might still be thinking about trying to throw him out at second. Might have some kind of pickoff play on. Runner goes. That one fouled off at the plate to even the count at 1-1. Don't know if Looper meant to foul it off, but it kind of caught the end of the bat. Right below the hands to even the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Moffitt. Runner goes. Pitches high for ball 1. No throw from Parrott. So runners at second and third now for Stone Memorial. 2-1 the count to Looper. This one popped up in the air and drifting back over the press box to even the count at 2-2 on the high foul ball. Straight over the press box here. 2-2 to Looper. As the video back up, Tyler's telling me now. 2-2 pitch from Moffitt. That one misses high for ball 3. First base is open, so no damage could be done if you give up a 2-out walk here to Looper. Bryce Elmore on deck. Looper, his first at bat was hit by a pitch. 3-2 pitch. This one hit to right field. York coming in. York will call everybody off and make the catch on the fly out to right field. Dylan York just camping under that high fly ball for out number 3. So Moffitt hit the leadoff man, walked the second batter, then strikes out 2 in a row, then a fly out to Dylan York in right field. We're through 2.5. It's Livingston 1, Stone Memorial 0. We move now to the bottom of the third inning with Livingston leading 1-0 over Stone Memorial. You up for the Wildcats, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Cameron Norris, the second baseman, to be followed by Ryan Paul Campbell, the center fielder, and then Zach Cotterman, the shortstop for Livingston Academy, as Norris will step in to hit. First pitch to Norris. That one catches the outside part of the plate for called strike one. 0-1 pitch. That one misses low for ball one to even the count at 1-1. Now to Norris, as he'll step back in there for the Wildcats. 1-1 pitch from Looper. Norris trying to dig that one out of the bottom half of the strike zone. Can't make contact, and the swinging strike takes the count 1-2. Looper 1-2 pitch. This one fouled off the right side and out of play to take the count to 1-2, or keep the count at 1-2. Norris stepping back in there for Livingston Academy. A right-handed batter's box. The 1-2 pitch from Looper. That one bounces away for ball two. Evens the count at 2-2 now to Norris, as he'll step back in for Livingston Academy. Two-two pitch. That one misses low for ball three. So the leadoff batter has worked Looper to a full count here in the bottom of the third inning, as Looper will step back in there. 3-2 pitch. This one going to be grounded slowly to the third baseman. Third baseman charging. He's up with it. Throw to first is going to be away. It gets away from the first baseman. It will be an infield hit for Cameron Norris. Norris, I think, would have beaten that one out anyway, going down the first base line, as the third baseman Bryce Elmore had to charge that one. When he did, his momentum just kind of carried the throw away from the first baseman, as over there Royce Boston's has done a good job fielding throws from the left side of the infield, but that time that one bounces away from him, and the leadoff batter on for the first time for Livingston, and Ryan Paul Campbell will hit now for the Wildcats. His first at-bat of the game. Squares to bunt. Misses that one for strike one. Throw down to first base is going to be not in time, as diving back is Norris. As that was a pretty close throw. The pitch was a strike to Cotterman. Now the first pitch to Moffitt. That one's low for ball one. Stayed away from him in the first at-bat, but Moffitt kept working. Finally got one that he liked and was able to hit it over the wall. Looper takes a look over to York at first base. The 1-0 pitch. This one going to be grounded to shortstop. They'll take the play at second on the ground out by Moffitt to Teagues, as Teagues with another put out, as he'll get the lead runner. It goes 6-4 for out number 3, as Moffitt will reach on a fielder's choice, but that will end the inning. So after 3 complete, Livingston adds a run. It is Livingston Academy 2, Stone Memorial nothing here at Livingston. We move to the top of the 4th right after this. And adds a run in the bottom of the third to extend the lead to 2 now at 2-0 as we move to the top of the fourth inning. Due up for Stone, Bryce Elmore, Nolan White, and Killian Deem due up for the Panthers. Aaron Moffitt back out there on the mound for Livingston. Let's go around the defense for the Wildcats. Catching Carson Parrott as the first pitch of the inning coming up to Elmore. It's going to be grounded right back to Moffitt. A little slow roller. Moffitt off the mound quickly. Will throw to Hayes to first in time. First pitch swinging by Bryce Elmore. It goes 1-3. Aaron Moffitt to Tayshawn Hayes for out number 1. Hayes is at first base. At second base is Cameron Norris. At shortstop is Zach Cotterman. And at third base is Dawson Ledbetter for Livingston Academy. Ooh, I just found some sound for these headphones, and that was loud. Now, what we got here is the home plate umpire going out to talk to the field umpire. Not sure what Coach Stokes has appealed here as they talk out there near first base. They're going to keep the call as an out, as apparently he appealed that call. I'm not sure what he would appeal there, because he was clearly out by the throw. Hayes' foot was still on the bag. Now let's try this going around the infield again. At first base, Tayshawn Hayes. At second base is Cameron Norris. At shortstop, Zach Cotterman, as the first pitch to Nolan White misses inside for ball 1. At third base is Dawson Ledbetter. And left field is Quentin Qualls. In center field is that one going to be inside for ball 2. Take the count 2-0. In center field is Ryan Paul Campbell, and in right field, Dylan York. That one misses inside. That one got him on the shoulder. So hit by pitch is Nolan White, third player that Moffitt has hit here in this game, and a runner at first base with 1 out here in the top of the fourth will bring Killian Deem to the plate for Stone. Deem stepping in for the Panthers. Throw over to first base, not in time, as diving back safely was White. Deem now batting the left-handed batter's box. First pitch squares to bunt. Bunts it down the third base line. Parrott coming up with it. Throw to first is going to be, Hayes couldn't hold it. Parrott made a good play. As Parrott looking down there to first base, but it bounced down the glove of Hayes, and it's going to be a runner at first and second now for Stone, as Elmore will move down to second base. And Royce Boston to bat now for Stone, as he'll step in for the Panthers. Runners at first and second. He'll square to bunt, misses at that high pitch, and the count 0-1 to Boston. So 0-1 to Boston. So Moffitt still hasn't given up a hit in the game. Probably not supposed to talk about it right now with runners at first and second. Again, he squares to bunt. That one going to be on the outside part of the plate. There's he offered at it for called strike 2. First inning, gave up a walk and hit a batter. Second inning, they went in order. The third inning, gave up a walk and hit a batter. Now in the fourth inning, hit a batter, and the runner has reached on an error, as that one just misses high for ball 1. Count 1-2 to the first baseman for Stone Memorial. As Boston steps back in, taps the front 2 corners of home plate. The pitch from Moffitt, swing and a miss for strike 3. So the first strikeout of the inning for Aaron Moffitt, 2 away here in the top of the fourth. That is 8 strikeouts on the night for Moffitt. And now Talon Hurd will bat for the Panthers, as he'll step in here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch going to be lined to center field. Center fielder up with it, Campbell. Campbell will bring the throw to home. It's going to be up the first base line. The run will come in to score. Ryan Paul Campbell, pretty good pickup on the base hit by Talon Hurd, but the throw into home went up the first base line, and that let Nolan White come in to score from second base, who was running at the sound of the contact. And Killian Deem moves all the way down to third base. Now Talon Hurd at first base. Stone Memorial's on the board. For the top of the order, Wade Wilson batting now as Deem moves to second base. This one popped in the air on the left side. Ledbetter gives chase in foul ground. Can't get to it, and it'll drop for a strike to Wilson. Hurd actually on that throw moved down to second base, so runners at second and third for Wade Wilson, but the count 0-1 to the leadoff man for Stone Memorial. Batting left-handed here today, he has walked his first two plate appearances. This one misses high and away for ball one. Evens the count at 1-1. Couple of walks. He's got 3 stolen bases in the game for Stone Memorial. That one catches the outside part of the plate for call strike 2. Stone on the scoreboard for the first time as they have scored their first run here in this fourth inning to cut the lead in half at 2-1. Foul tipped at the plate, held by Parrott, and the strikeout going to be for Sean Moffitt as he strikes out 2 in the inning. But Stone Memorial gets their first hit by Talon Hurd as he gets an RBI single. They bring Nolan White in to score from second base, and they cut the lead down to 2-1 as Livingston 2, Stone Memorial 1. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley and Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Cooper Recycling, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, and Willow Grove Marina. Defensively, for Stone Memorial, back out there on the mound is Braden Looper. For the Panthers, the catcher is Nick Osmond. Around the infield at first base is Royce Boston. At second base is Wade Wilson. At shortstop, Colin Teagues. And at third base, Bryce Elmore for the Panthers. Around the outfield and left field is Talon Hurd. In center field is Nolan White. And in right field is Killian Deem for the Panthers. Livingston sending the 4, 5, and 6 hitters to the plate as Carson Parrott, Tayshawn Hayes, and Dawson Ledbetter due up for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Parrott stepping in for Livingston Academy. This game just a shade over an hour old as we move to the bottom of the fourth. Parrott rips this one to left field. That's down for a base hit. Could be extra bases as Parrott will round first, but the left fielder up with it quickly as Hurd able to get that one hit to his right. But first pitch swinging by Carson Parrott will hit that one right over the head of the third baseman. Hurd able to get to it and hold him to a single here in the fourth inning. Tayshawn Hayes to bat now for Livingston as the first baseman will step in for the Wildcats. With a runner at first and nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Hayes. That one's going to be low for ball one. Osmond takes a look down to first base, but not going to make the throw. Sun beginning to set here tonight as the infield in complete shadows. The only spot where there's any sun right down the left field line out in left field. The 1-0 pitch to Hayes. This one hit in the air in shallow left field. Teagues going back at short. Teagues will call it off and it'll drop. Now the runner is going to move to second base. That's going to be a hit for Tayshawn Hayes, as nobody really took control of that one in shallow left field. Teague's going out. Looked like he had taken control. The center fielder, Nolan White, coming in. I don't think he could track it down as Hayes hit that one a mile in the air. Like I said, the shadows have covered the field. It might have got up in the sun up high in the air and kind of got him confused, but that one just drops for a hit for Tayshawn Hayes as he'll get his first hit of this 2023 season. And runners at first and second now for Dawson Ledbetter. Ledbetter stepping into the right-handed batter's box. First pitch to Ledbetter. Swing and a miss. Gets away. The runners will move up to second and third. As Parrott quickly down to third base. Hayes makes his way over to second base. The strike to Dawson Ledbetter will make the count 0-1 now to the Livingston third baseman. Ledbetter stepping back in there for the Wildcats. Looper still out there for Stone Memorial. The 0-1 delivery to Ledbetter. That one misses low for ball one. Good eye there from Dawson to take ball one. As he'll step back in there for Livingston Academy. Runners in scoring position with a chance to get that run back they gave up in the top of the fourth inning. With one away here in the bottom of the fourth. That one misses low for ball two. 2-1. Now 2-2. I don't think they've thrown that many pitches.
I don't think they have either. I got 2-1-2.
The home plate umpires, now he's still saying 2-2. There's no way. Coach Loftus coming down to home plate. He's still arguing. It's not 2-2. It's 2-1. The only person on the field that thinks there's two strikes is the home plate umpire. He's not going to give in.
Wow.
It's not 2-2.
Okay. Thanks.
But he says it is. So the 2-2 pitch. This one going to be grounded to third base. Third baseman up with it will come home, and the tag will be good. Third baseman Bryce Elmore to the catcher Nick Osmond, tagging out Parrott, trying to score from third base. And Ledbetter will reach on a fielder's choice. It'll go 5-2 for out number one. Hayes will move down to third. Ledbetter at first on a fielder's choice. And Tucker Pendergrass now will bat for Livingston Academy. If I'm Coach Loftus, I go up and make sure he clears that little counter that he's got at home plate. Pendergrass hitting with runners at the corners for Livingston. Still a run 90 feet away. They'll throw over to first. Ledbetter back safely. Pendergrass gets the sign from Coach Jamie Loftus down at third base. He'll square to bunt, and he'll offer at it and not make contact, and it's strike one to Tucker Pendergrass. So 0-1 to the designated hitter as he'll step back in for Livingston. The 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be called strike two on the breaking ball. So they got 0-2 to Tucker Pendergrass. Braden Looper trying to get out of a jam here in the bottom of the fourth. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike three. A big out right there for out number two. And now Cameron Norris will bat for Livingston Academy as he'll step in for the Wildcats with a runner at first and a runner at third. As Norris steps in, he's singled back in the third inning. Came around and scored a run for the Wildcats. First pitch to Norris. This one hit hard off the right side, but in foul ground for strike one. So 0-1 to Cameron Norris. He'll step back in for Livingston Academy. The 0-1 pitch. Norris takes that one right down the middle for strike 2. Fooled him on that change up there, and the count goes 0-2, and Looper well ahead in the count now to Norris. The 0-2 pitch, that one misses away for ball 1. Looper gave up a leadoff single to Carson Parrott, then a single to Tayshawn Hayes, but now has retired 2 in a row, and the count 1-2 to Cameron Norris. Bottom of the 4th, Livingston leading Stone Memorial 2-1. The 1-2 pitch from Looper. That one gets away. Hayes won't try to score on ball 2 to Norris. Took a good bounce off the backstop right back to Nick Osmond. Hit off the bricks here at Livingston Academy, and when it does that, it bounces right back to the catcher, so very hard for a runner to advance from third. 2-2 pitch. This one hit to the second baseman, moving to his left. He'll slide. He'll get up. He'll throw to first. The first baseman drops it, picks it back up, and gets out number 3. Good play moving to his left at second base, Wade Wilson. Good pickup by Royce Boston, and it goes 4-3 for out number 3 here in the 4th as Livingston strands a couple. We're through 4 complete. Livingston Academy 2, Stone Memorial 1. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Cooper Recycling, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, and Puckett's Family Dentistry. Reminder coming up on Thursday, March the 16th. I guess I have to put that date in there since we're going to be uploading this one. People will be watching it later on, but on March the 16th, we'll have our first Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats softball game of this 2023 season as they'll be at home against Cumberland County at 5:30 on Thursday. Join us right here on Overton Events. Then on March the 17th, this coming Friday, we've got a non-district matchup for Livingston Academy as the Wildcats will play host to Jackson County in baseball here at Livingston Academy. So a couple of more games coming up this week, weather permitting, as you've always got to say that, weather permitting. Thursday is supposed to be much warmer, about 20 degrees warmer than it was today. So it should be a big difference for that softball game. Chance of rain on Friday, so we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. So we move now to the top of the 5th here at Livingston Academy. The Wildcats have made a change on the mound as Dawson Ledbetter coming in to pitch now for Livingston. Looks like he will just switch positions with Aaron Moffitt as Moffitt will go to third base and Ledbetter will become the new pitcher for Livingston Academy. Hayes still at first base. Norris still out there at second base. At shortstop, still Zach Cotterman. Moffitt moving to third. Parrott, of course, staying at second. Dylan York in right field. Campbell still in center field. And Qualls still in left field. So the only change is the move from third to first for Ledbetter. This one hit deep to center field. Center fielder Campbell backing up. Can he track it down? He cannot. Campbell got turned around out there in center field, and it's going to be a leadoff double for Colin Teagues. Teagues hitting that one well to center field with a leadoff double. And now Nick Osmond to bat. Also Braden Looper due up for Stone Memorial, but the tying run at second base now for the Panthers. Osmond stepping in to hit for Stone. Facing Ledbetter for the first time. That one catches the outside part of the plate for call strike 1. So 0-1 to Nick Osmond as he'll step back in for the Panthers. The 0-1 pitch from Ledbetter. That one bounces in, gets away. That'll let Teagues move quickly down to third base before Parrott recovers it. They'll hold him there on the ball, which is a 1-1 count now to Nick Osmond. So Teagues moving down to third, the tying run, 90 feet away now with nobody out, with Osmond stepping back in there, and the count 1-1. Osmond batting the right-handed batter's box. The 1-1 pitch. This one fouled off at the plate for strike 2. So 1-2 to Osmond. As he'll step back in for the Panthers. Ledbetter. The 1-2 pitch. That one misses high and inside for ball 2. From behind Osmond. Parrott, good job getting to it to keep it from getting away and holding Teagues down at third base. The 2-2 pitch from Ledbetter. This one grounded to third base. Moffitt can't get to it. That's going to be through for a base hit and an RBI as Teagues will come in to score from third, and Stone has tied it up on the hit by Osmond. The single down the third base line. It's an RBI for Osmond. Teagues will come in to score from third base and tie the game at 2 apiece. Now for Braden Looper. Stepping into bat for Stone. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. 2-2 tie here in Livingston. First pitch to Looper. This one hit down the right side. In foul ground and out of play for strike 1. So 0-1 to Braden Looper. As he'll step back in. Runner at first base for the Panthers. That one just misses away for ball 1 to even the count at 1-1. They've got something wrong with the scoreboard out there. They've got it 3-1 Livingston. It's 2-2 here between Livingston and Stone. The 1-1 pitch misses high for ball 2. Now they've got it corrected out there. 2 balls, 1 strike to Braden Looper. Two 2-1 pitch. That one called strike 2 as it broke back over the middle part of the plate. Looper kind of bailing out on that one, but the big curveball breaking back right over the heart of the plate and evens the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch from Ledbetter. This one hit hard to short for 1 as they'll throw to second for the double play. Line drive to Cotterman. Cotterman caught it, throws over to second as going on the contact was Osmond. So it goes 6-3 for the double play for the Livingston Academy defense. As it'll be a line out for Looper to Cotterman to get 1, then 6-3 to get Osmond to get the second out of the inning and the double play. Now Elmore to bat. First pitch to Elmore, misses away for ball 1. So 1-0 to Bryce Elmore. That one line drive right at Zach Cotterman. Cotterman up throwing quickly to Tayshawn Hayes over at first. They turn the double play for the Wildcats. This one popped into right field. Hayes going back, can't get to it. That's going to drop for a base hit for Elmore. That shows how big that double play was by Cotterman, as that one just dropped right where the dirt meets the grass over in right field. Hayes trying to get to it, couldn't get there. It's going to be a base hit for Bryce Elmore. And now Nolan White will hit with the runner at first and 2 away here in the top of the 5th. First pitch to White. This one fouled down the third base side to take the count 0-1. White hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. Came around and scored their first run of the game. His first at-bat in the 2nd inning, he grounded out to Ledbetter at third base. Count 0-1 here to the center fielder, for Stone Memorial. Ledbetter takes a look over to Elmore. Short lead there at first. That one misses away for ball 1 to even the count at 1-1. Elmore at first on a little bloop single out into right field. That's their third hit of the inning. The 1-1 pitch from Ledbetter right down the middle on the fastball for strike 2. Count goes 1-2 now to White, as he will step back in there for the Panthers. Ledbetter takes a look over to first. Again, a short lead over there. The 2-2 pitch grounded to the left side. It'll get through on a little seeing-eye single by Nolan White. In the hole between short and third. On the single, White will reach base for the second time today, his first hit of the day. Elmore will move down to second base, and now Killian Deem will bat for Stone Memorial. Deem stepping in for the Panthers here in the top of the 5th. Ledbetter steps off the pitching rubber. Now he's ready with the sign from Parrott. First pitch to Deem. This one, a little check swing foul into the net for strike 1. So 0-1 to Killian Deem, as he'll step back in for the Panthers. Ledbetter coming on in relief of Moffitt here in this 5th inning. The 0-1 pitch. That one bounces in, gets away from Parrott. Runners will move up 90 feet on the wild pitch for ball 1. As White will move down to second base. Elmore down to third base. The count evens up at 1-1. Now to the left-handed hitting Killian Deem. Deem ready for the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the high fastball to take the count to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the right fielder. Ledbetter trying to get out of the inning here for the Wildcats. This one hit over the Livingston Academy dugout and foul ground and out of play to keep the count at 1-2. Deem stepping back in for the Panthers. Ledbetter doesn't like the sign from Parrott. Now he'll step off the pitching rubber again. Now back on there for the Wildcats. Ledbetter ready now. The 1-2 delivery. This one going to be fouled off at the plate, as it'll bounce down to the third base side for Deem. Stays 1-2. 1-2 pitch from Ledbetter, hit sharply into center field. It'll bounce in front of Campbell for a base hit. 1 run will come in to score. A second run will come in to score on the throw. That'll let Deem move down to second base. So a 2-run single by Killian Deem will put Stone Memorial in front for the first time, as Elmore will come in to score from third. White will come in to score from second. Panthers have put 3 up in the inning, and they lead it now 4-2 over Livingston Academy. Royce Boston to hit now for the Panthers, as he's 0 for 2 on the day with a couple of strikeouts for Stone Memorial. He's the 7th player to bat in the inning. 3 runs in for the Panthers. That one pretty pitch on the inside part of the strike zone at the knees for called strike 1. So 0-1 to Boston, the first baseman for Stone. The 0-1 pitch. This one hits softly up the first base line. That's going to be trouble. Pair it up with it. We'll step around where he can get a good angle to make the throw to Hayes, and it will go 2-3 for out number 3 as Parrott makes a good defensive play on a tough little slow roller up the first base line. Had to step to the fair side of first base to be able to get the angle to make that throw, and he's able to do so and get the out. But Stone does their damage here in the inning. They score 3 runs at the end of 4 1/2. It's Stone Memorial 4, Livingston Academy 2. We move now to the bottom half of the 5th inning as due up for the Wildcats, the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Due up for Livingston, Ryan Paul Campbell, to be followed by Zach Cotterman and Dylan York. Due up for Livingston Academy, Braden Looper back out there for the bottom of the 5th. He's thrown 57 pitches through 4 innings. So a lot of pitches for Looper. Gold chain showing now for this 5th inning. I don't know if they'll let him wear that, as the home plate umpire hasn't noticed it yet, I don't believe. First pitch to Campbell. Hit him right in the small of the back. And that's the first hit batsman by Looper, but a leadoff runner on now with Ryan Paul Campbell reaching for the Wildcats. And now Zach Cotterman to bat for Livingston Academy. Cotterman hit one deep to right center field back in the third inning. An RBI off that deep fly ball. First pitch to Cotterman. This one hit down the right side, but hooking foul and out of play for strike 1. So 0-1 to the Livingston shortstop. He turned a double play in that 5th inning, the top of the 5th. Looper happy now. We'll throw over to first base. Diving back safely is Campbell. As Cotterman stepping back in there for Livingston. The 0-1 pitch from Looper. That one misses low for ball 1 to even the count at 1-1. Cotterman representing the tying run for Livingston Academy. The Stone put up 3 in the top of the 5th. Wildcats trying to answer here in the bottom of the 5th. Cotterman hits this one foul over the first base stands. And the count goes 1-2. 1-2 to Zach Cotterman as he'll step back in there for Livingston. 1-2 pitch from Looper. This one hit to right field. That's down for a base hit. As the right fielder coming in, Cotterman will come in safely on a little Texas leaguer out to right field. He has his first hit of the day, and runners at first and second now for Livingston Academy for Dylan York for the Wildcats. Stepping up to hit for Livingston Academy. They're telling me it's his birthday today for Dylan York. He'd love to celebrate with a big hit right here, with his team trailing by 2 and a chance to change that. Home plate umpire tells him to stop the music here. First pitch to York. That one bounces in. Good job by Osmond to keep it in front of him and hold the runners at first and second. Pitch a ball to York. as he'll step back in for Livingston Academy. Looper takes a look at second. The 1-0 pitch. This one hit in the air to shallow center field. Probably be an infield fly rule, and it was on the pop-up to second base, as making the play there was Wade Wilson, but will be out number 1 on the pop-up. And now Aaron Moffitt to bat with runners at first and second. Now with his team trailing by 2, Moffitt 1 for 1 on the day, a home run, an RBI on the solo home run. Reached in the third inning on a fielder's choice for Livingston Academy, so his on-base percentage has been 1,000. Actually, the out recorded on the fielder's choice ended the inning. That one catches the bottom half of the strike zone at the knees for called strike 1 to Moffitt. So I'm assuming his on-base percentage would still be 1,000 because of that fielder's choice. The 0-1 pitch. That one's low for ball 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Now to the Livingston third baseman, as Moffitt steps back in. He was the starting pitcher. He can't get the win, can't get the loss tonight. The 1-1 pitch. Moffitt hits this one hard to the second baseman. He'll flip it to short for the double play. Moffitt with the line drive to Wilson. Wilson flips it to Teagues. So Livingston turns a double play in the top half of the 5th inning. Stone Memorial with a double play goes 4-6 on the line drive for the double play to end the 5th. We're through 5 complete, with Stone leading Livingston by a score of 4-2. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, Willow Grove Marina, Wascon Incorporated, Wayne's Grill, Oakley Equipment Rental, Lucky Red Stables, Livingston Regional Hospital, Livingston Dairy Queen, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Bullseye Security, Hall Funeral Home, Maynard's Automotive, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, W&O Construction, Cooper Recycling, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Full Mower Service Donovan Savage, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Milton Rains and Family, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Highway Tire, Jerry's IGA, and the Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands. So the line drive by Moffitt as he lines out to second base. Then it goes 4-6 for the double play to get Stone Memorial out of the inning after giving up a couple of runners early. Looper hit Ryan Paul Campbell to lead off the bottom of the 5th, then a single by Zach Cotterman, but then he settles down, gets a pop-up by Dylan York, then a double play to end the inning, and we're through 5 complete with Stone leading Livingston 4-2. Back out there on the mound for Livingston Academy, Dawson Ledbetter in his second inning of work here at Livingston, as Parrott stays there as the catcher. Doesn't look like anybody's made any changes to the lineup here tonight, as we're about an hour and a half into this game. Stone leading 4-2 as we move to the top of the 6th inning. Due up for the Panthers, the 9-1-2 hitters, Talon Hurd, Wade Wilson, and Colin Teagues. Due up for Stone, as Hurd has been on base twice tonight from that number 9 spot. He was hit by a pitch, stranded at third base back in the 3rd inning, singled with an RBI in the 4th inning, was stranded at second base for the Panthers, and he'll bat for the 3rd time today, trying to get on base for the 3rd time. Will Talon Hurd, the left fielder for Stone Memorial. Hurd stepping in for the Panthers. First pitch of the inning for Ledbetter is going to be bunted down the first base line, foul for strike one. So 0-1 to Talon Hurd as he takes that long run down to first base, trying to run out that one. Took a while for anybody to play it in foul ground. So Hurd had a long run. The long run coming back to get in the batter's box. The 0-1 pitch from Ledbetter. Hurd swing and a miss for strike two. So 0-2 now to the Stone left fielder. As he steps back in there. The 0-2 pitch from Ledbetter. Check swing. Did he go? They appeal down to first base. They tag Hurd, but the home plate umpire says he didn't. They will appeal to first, and he'll say he did. I thought that he went around. Going to be a strikeout for Ledbetter, the first strikeout of the game. Hurd is retired for the first time today, first out of the sixth inning, and now back to the top of the order for Wade Wilson, stepping up to the plate as he'll hit for the fourth time today. Facing Ledbetter for the first time, though. That one misses away for ball one. First two at-bats, he walked in the first and third inning, stole 3 bases during those 2 innings. Then he struck out in the fourth inning. 1-0 pitch from Ledbetter. Check swing goes for strike one. Count evens up at 1-1 to Wilson. He'll step back in there for the Panthers. 1-1 pitch from Ledbetter. This one hit on the left side. Cotterman moving to his left will knock it down, but there's no play. Good job moving. I said to his left, moving to his right. He knocks it down with the glove there, going across the body to knock it down just to keep it in the infield. It'll be an infield hit for Wade Wilson. And now Colin Teagues will bat for Stone. He had a double to lead off the fifth inning. Came around and scored a run. Their first of 3 in the top of the fifth. Curveball catches the outside part of the plate for call strike one. So Wilson on base for the third time today with his first hit of the game. Now Teagues trying to add a little insurance here as Stone leads by 2 runs, 4-2. This one hits straight up the middle. The field umpire gets out of the way. Second baseman will flip to short. Throw to first is going to be not in time for the double play as the second baseman, Cameron Norris, able to flip to Cotterman for the second out of the inning. Cotterman trying to turn that double play. Couldn't do so, so Osmond will reach on a fielder's choice. Rather, Teagues will reach on the fielder's choice. Now Osmond to hit for the Panthers. And he'll take that one low for strike one. Got 0-1 to the Stone catcher. This one hit foul down the right field side to take the count to 0-2. So, chance to turn a second double play, but the speedy Colin Teagues able to beat the throw from Cotterman after Norris able to make the little flip to short. 0-2 now to Osmond. Throw over to first. Not in time, as diving back safely is Teagues. Osmond stepping back in there. Ledbetter ahead in the count, 0-2. Takes a look over to Teagues at first base. Short lead over there. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Route number 3 here in the inning for Livingston Academy. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Dawson Ledbetter. Stone Memorial gets a hit. They strand a runner. We're through 5.5. It's Stone 4, Livingston Academy 2. Looper, 2-2 delivery. This one hit at the shallow center field. Center fielder coming in. It's going to be a tough play. The second baseman going out will take charge and make the catch as Wade Wilson coming from second base will catch that pop-up in shallow center field as he'll take charge of the play. Going out, he'll get the first out of the 6th inning. And now Tayshawn Hayes to bat for Livingston. As Hayes will step in for the Wildcats. Hayes 1 for 2 on the day with a single for the first baseman. First pitch to Hayes. That one's going to be low for ball 1. So 1-0 to Tayshawn. He'll step back in there for the Wildcats. Hayes asks for time. The home plate umpire grants it as he'll step out. Gather himself, step back in now. The count 1-0 from Looper. 1-0 delivery. That one breaking ball that time does break over home plate, and the count evens up at 1-1. Season opener for Livingston Academy. Stone Memorial is 1-0. They beat Sequatchie County last night 5-3. Hayes looks at ball 2 away that time on that breaking ball, and the count goes 2-1. Hayes will step back in there for Livingston. The 2-1 pitch from Looper. That one at the knees, called strike 2. Count evens up at 2-2. Now to the sophomore as Hayes steps back in for Livingston Academy. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3 for out number 2. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And Dawson Ledbetter will hit now for Livingston with nobody on and 2 outs. For the Wildcats pitcher, Ledbetter stepping in for Livingston, that right-handed batter's box. First pitch going to be popped up in the infield. Third baseman coming in. Teagues at short will take control. He'll drop it. Teagues lost another one. They couldn't find one earlier in the game. That one just popped out of the glove. It's going to be an error on Teagues at short as he called everybody off, then couldn't catch it one-handed there at shortstop. And the error will put a runner at first base with 1 away, and we've got a courtesy runner coming in to run for the pitcher, as that will be number 5 coming in to run for Livingston Academy. That's Junior Steele, the runner for the Wildcats pitcher. And now Tucker Pendergrass will hit for Livingston. As Pendergrass batting that right-handed batter's box. Facing Looper for the 3rd time. Looper has the sign from Osmond, but they take too long, and Pendergrass will ask for time and step out. Thought that Looper was ready, kept nodding his head, but never did deliver the pitch. Now he will. Pendergrass will foul this one off at the plate. The count 0-1 to the designated hitter. Pendergrass, a couple of strikeouts in the game for him as he's over 2. Struck out in the 2nd and the 4th inning. Batting for the 3rd time here today, trying to chip away at this 4-2 Stone lead with a runner at first base, but 2 away. Throw over to first, not in time, as diving back safely is the courtesy runner Steele for Livingston. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. They'll throw down to first. Steele diving back safely. Osmond with a good throw, and that sweep tag by Royce Boston almost got the tag around the helmet of Steele, but he's able to just beat it, diving back into first base. The count goes 0-2 on that swinging strike to Pendergrass. Throw over to first base. Steele back safely again for Livingston. Now the 0-2 pitch from Looper. 0-2 delivery. That one called strike 3. Caught him looking for out number 3. So Livingston gets a runner on an error. They strand a runner at first base. We're through 5.5. It is Stone Memorial. We're through 6 here in this game, through the 6th inning, as Stone Memorial leads it 4-2 as they'll send the 4, 5, and 6 batters up in the top of the 7th. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Cooper Recycling, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Full Mower Service, Donovan Savage, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Milton Rains and Family, Puckett's Furniture and Appliances, Highway Tire, Livingston Regional Hospital, Lucky Red Stables, Oakley Equipment Rental, Wayne's Grill, Wascon Incorporated, Willow Grove Marina, Livingston Family Healthcare, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Puckett's Family Dentistry, Overton County News, R&M Family Pharmacy, E.B. Gray Jewelry, First Church, Frontier Chevrolet, W&O Construction, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, Maynard's Automotive, Hall Funeral Home, Bullseye Security, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Livingston Dairy Queen, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, and Jerry's IGA. We move now to the top of the 7th inning as due up for the Panthers here in the top of the 7th, Braden Looper, Bryce Elmore, and Nolan White. When we move to the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Cameron Norris, Ryan Paul Campbell, and Zach Cotterman due up for Livingston. Now leading off the top of the 7th is Looper for Stone as he bats for the 4th time in this game. He is 0 for 2 on the day, hit by a pitch for his only base running trip of the day. This one going to be popped up in the air, but goes over the top of the press box and out of play for strike 1. So 0-1 to Braden Looper as he'll step back in there for Stone, facing Ledbetter here for the first time. This one hit to the gap in left field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Looper rounding first as he'll come in with a stand-up double. He'll hold. There's the center fielder Campbell over to recover it, hitting the gap between Qualls and Campbell. Campbell able to get to it, and the runner holds at second on the double for Braden Looper. And let's see if he'll stay out there and run for the Panthers. I think he is going to stay in the game as they're not sending a courtesy runner in for the pitcher. So Looper will stay in there at second base, and now it will be Bryce Elmore to hit for the Panthers. Squares to bunt. That one, he bunts foul for strike 1. So 0-1 to Elmore. So he'll step back in there for the Panthers. Looper, his lead out second. That one, they'll say hit him. Or did they? No, they'll call him back. He thought that it hit him. But it'll be ball 1, and Coach Stokes will come down and talk about this. This will be the second time tonight that he'll think that a pitch has hit one of his batters. And they may be saying that the batter leaned into it to try to make contact, or try to have it make contact with him. It will be a strike. So the count 0-2 to Bryce Elmore. 0-2 from Ledbetter. The swing and a miss. Or was it? They had 2 strikes on the board, but it must have been a ball, so that makes it 1-2 now. As Parrott was looking at the board like I was. And it's 1-2 to Bryce Elmore. This one going to be grounded to the left side. Moffitt charging, throw to first in time for out number 1. It will move the runner, as it will go 5-3, Moffitt to Hayes for out number 1, but it will move Looper down to third base. So an insurance run 90 feet away for Nolan White for Stone Memorial. White, the center fielder, stepping in to hit. He's been on base a couple of times. We'll talk about that in a moment. Is the first pitch is going to be outside for ball one. He grounded out to third back in the second inning, did White. Then he was hit by a pitch, scored a run in the fourth inning, singled, came around to score a run in the fifth inning. So he scored 2 of their 5 runs. That one misses away for ball 2. Count 2-0 now to White, as he'll step back in to the batter's box. The 2-0 pitch from Ledbetter. Called strike 1 at the knees to take the count 2-1 to Nolan White. 2 balls, 1 strike to White here in the top of the 7th. Stone Memorial leading Livingston 4-2 here at Livingston Academy. Curveball breaks right back over the middle part of the plate for call strike 2. Count evens up at 2-2 now to White, as he'll step back in there for the Panthers. 2-2 pitch from Ledbetter. This one hit in the air to the right side. York coming in. Norris going out. York will make the catch. They'll throw into home, and he's got it. Oh, Dylan York throws him out at home from right field. Happy birthday, Dylan, on the big throw to get the double play. Second double play that Livingston has turned. It'll be a fly out by White to right field. Then he'll go 9-2 for the second out for the double play, and Stone Memorial goes in order in the top of the 7th. Livingston needs 2 runs to extend this one, 3 to win it as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Due up for the Wildcats, Norris, Campbell, and Cotterman due up in the bottom of the 7th for Livingston Academy. We move down to the bottom of the 7th inning as the Wildcats try to extend this game with Cameron Norris leading off. He'll be followed by Ryan Paul Campbell and Zach Cotterman due up for the Wildcats. Norris, first pitch, going to bounce in there for ball 1 to Cameron Norris. Braden Looper coming back out for Stone with that pitch unofficially. 83 pitches on the night for Looper as he tries to go the complete game for Stone. 1-0 pitch. That one bounces in for ball 2. So 2-0 to Norris, as he's only now 16 away from 100 pitches in a high school game. That's a lot for a high school pitcher. 2-0 pitch from Looper. That one catches the inside part of the plate for called strike 1 at the numbers. Count goes 2-1 Now to Norris. 2-1 pitch. This one a little slow roller, but foul down the third base line. Evens the count at 2-2 on that foul ball on the ground. Two pitch from Looper. This one hit on the right side. That's a tough play. The second baseman coming up with it. He'll flip to first in time. Good move to his left that time by Wade Wilson on a little slow roller that was kind of dying as it got to him, but Wilson able to get to it and flip it over to first base to Royce Boston, and they get the leadoff batter 4-3 for out number 1, and now Ryan Paul Campbell will hit for Livingston Academy. Campbell stepping in. First pitch to him. He's going to take at the knees for called strike 1. So 0-1 to Campbell as he'll step back in for the Wildcats. The 0-1 pitch from Looper. Curveball misses high for ball 1. Evens the count at 1-1. Now to Campbell. The 1-1 pitch from Looper. That one hit him. Pitch number 90 will hit Ryan Paul Campbell and will put a runner at first base and the tying run at the plate for Zach Cotterman. Cotterman stepping in to hit, trying to keep this game going. Cotterman. We'll take a look. Out to Looper. Looper ready now. First pitch to Cotterman. That one going to be at the knees for strike 1. So 0-1 to Zach Cotterman. Zach, the shortstop, stepping back in for Livingston. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball breaks back over the outside part of the plate for called strike 2. That was a pretty pitch by Looper. Pitch number 92, and that may have been his best curveball of the night as that one broke over the outside part of the plate. The 0-2 pitch to Cotterman, swing and a miss for strike 3. Oh, and he did foul tip it to stay alive. Fouled it off at the plate, and the count stays 0-2 to Cotterman. Cotterman stepping back in for Livingston. The 0-2 pitch. That one misses outside for ball 3, or rather for ball 1. 1-2 now to Cotterman. One-two pitch from Looper. That one misses high for ball 2. Cotterman battling with him here in this at-bat with a runner at first base and 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Looper. This one going to be grounded to the second baseman. A chance for 2. They'll flip to Teagues, and he'll drop it. That's going to be an error on either the second baseman Wilson or the shortstop Teagues. Either way, Livingston's got runners at first and second with 1 out here in the 7th inning. And that'll bring Dylan York to the plate now for Livingston. York, double play to end the inning in the top of the 7th. Now a chance to cut into this 2-run Stone lead here in the bottom of the 7th. York, the winning run for Livingston Academy at the plate. Looper, first pitch to the left-hander. It's going to be low for ball 1. So 1-0 to Dylan York. I've got him with 96 pitches now. Is that correct? So he's knocking on the door of that 100 unofficially. See if York can keep him from getting there, but that one he looks at strike 1. Little 3-run home run would kind of keep him from getting there if Dylan York could do that. 1-1 pitch from Looper. Curveball catches the outside part of the plate for call strike 2. So 1-2 to York. One away here in the bottom of the 7th. Stone leading 4-2. York hits this one in the air to shallow center field. The second baseman moving over. Wilson will make the catch behind second base. It'll be a pop-up to second base, but he had to move all the way to the shortstop side to make the play. And now Moffitt will bat for the Wildcats with runners at first and second with 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th, and they're just going to put him on. So Moffitt, they'll put him on with the intentional walk here in the bottom of the 7th. Smart move by Coach Trent Stokes. That will bring Carson Parrott to the plate now. Let's see if he can make them regret that intentional walk to Moffitt. Parrott with the bases loaded here with the Wildcats trailing by 2. Looper trying to close this one out for Stone Memorial. First pitch to Parrott, swing and a miss, fouled it off his foot, and the count 0-1 to Parrott. Pitch number 100 coming up from Braden Looper as he'll go recover that foul ball. Trying to get the complete game win here against Livingston Academy to open their district slate. The 0-1 pitch from Looper. That one misses, gets away. They'll hold the runners. Now everybody's kind of caught up between the bases, but the throw from Osmond will go to no one, and that'll let everybody get back safely. So a break right there as Ryan Paul Campbell bluffed there at third base, but that kind of made Cotterman and Moffitt both start to run from first and second. Moffitt got way off first base, but they're all able to get back safely, and the count goes 1-1 now to Parrott. The 1-1 pitch from Looper. This hit in the air to center field. That could be trouble. Center fielder moving back will make the catch for Stone Memorial. The fly out to Nolan White and center field on a deep fly ball out there in the darkness. White able to make the catch. Livingston will strand a couple of runners. Stone Memorial will go on the road and get a district win to open up the season over Livingston Academy by a score of 4-2. With the loss, the Wildcats will open up their season 0-1. They'll go to 0-1 in District 7 AAA play. Stone Memorial will go to 2-0 with the win. They'll go to 1-0 in district play. That's going to wrap it up as Stone wins it over Livingston by a final score of 4-2. Thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. For Tyler Maxwell, this is Craig Cantrell saying good night from Livingston Academy.